All right, service day. Coming out of this existing CT cabinet, we're gonna nipple over to this 480 volt tub here, which will pick up my main QO highline or square D highline breakers. Then a small 200 amp sub where we're gonna pick up all this stuff. There we go. All right, so we got some stuff done today. This is the existing 400 amp service CT cabinet. I captured into here. I ended up taking out the trough that was right here, 4-inch nipple over here into this. This is my distribution panel. This is actually 600 amp rated lug, so if they ever want to upgrade in the future, all they got to do is change everything that way. I got 3 200 amp panels going out, one of them right next to the panel right here, QO. This is where the trough is. I got a pipe that goes all the way up to the roof. These are all the MCs that got ran behind this board in the crawl space. Here's some existing conduits that I captured and brought in. You know, I had one pipe that went up here and does lights throughout this. Here's 2 other existing conduits that I have. One goes all the way up to the attic space. One goes to my splice junction box over there. I can show you. I just need to get a 90 and a couple couplings so I can interconnect that. This is really just a pull point. And you might say, oh, it looks kind of small, but there's not going to be anything larger than number 6s inside that, so it's fine. I got a 1-inch conduit right here that's going to get a 1-inch rigid to EMT coupling, turned down in 90, and that takes me to a splice box over there. Really just, I put a bunch of extra KOs with blanks in it, so if anybody in the future needs to get in here from the backside, it's easy for them to bug out or push out instead of having to deal with this wall right here. This is still my temporary panel. It's just bugged off one of the breakers for right now. So far, so good. Go take a look over there. Here's my new electrode. I'll show you upstairs. That's a GC75, a 3/4 inch version. This goes to my sprinkler main. This place doesn't have, it has a plastic water main, so I'm using the 6-inch sprinkler as my electrode, and I got 2 ground rods right here. One I drilled down through. I got the thing as deep as I possibly could. I think they'll be okay with it. And then the next one, I went into this sand pit, drove it down at an angle. That's all I could get. I tried a couple other holes. I just couldn't get them down, so should be good. Over here is one of the splice. I got a 1-inch. That 1-inch rigid that I'm going to capture takes me to this can right here. I got a pull string in it. That's going to kind of do this Lochinvar boiler. The indirects off that, the sub pump, the cooler. 1.25 conduit. There's another pull string. This comes up to the splice point, so it's going to be one of the hubs that gets me around throughout the whole facility.